shooting people. It be the supporters. Disrespectful. Tap the screen, like and share. What's up? How is everything? It be Black Diamond supporters. Period. And I understood what Queen was saying. And it's like these people lack. I don't know if they didn't. I don't know what the hell's going on, to be honest, because she literally is connecting the dots. And she's saying, listen, your supporters be wilding out. Thank you. And they are upset with her because she's saying your supporters be wilding out. I remember being at Diamonds Live and being blocked. I was blocked again today. I honestly don't care. I'll hit her up in the back end. But all I said is I agree. Agreed. Like it be the supporters that be going in spaces creating drama under the guise of protecting Diamond. That's what I realized. Oh, thank you. Guys, I got COVID, y'all. I've been sick as a dog. As a dog. I had a fever at 103 last night. I had a fever of 103 last night. Toxic. Silent watcher. Shalair. Thank you. Yeah, I got COVID. It been whooping my ass too. I tell you. Ain't no joke. It's no joke. Tap the screen. Tap the screen, like and share. What's up, Kaylin? Long time no see. Mostly sunny. What's up, Asia? I'm just getting in here. But I wanted to talk about the Black Diamond situation. I don't know what's going on with her and Kiona, but I know one thing about Kiona. Once she got her mind set to something, she don't stop. What's up, Mara? She don't stop. Asia, I was hitting you up. It's two Asias. I be so confused with these people. Whatever happened to that guy, Chief? Let me go find. I think like her supporters make something that could be an easy conversation far worse because they have a problem with that person. You know, that's what I see happening. Oh, because I was trying to get in contact with him because of the timestamps. Because I wanted to prove a point. I wanted to get the truth. Because you know these people be lying. And Nosy was saying that he had been stalking her for 2 weeks straight. And I wanted to hear from him, because to see if that was true. Because that's what she told me. And I thought it was crazy if he was, or that problem was 2 weeks ago. Why would he come in my box and talk about it after 2 weeks? It just didn't add up for me. So I wanted to see if that was the truth. What's up, Blaze? I'm going to talk about this Black Diamond. And this is my take on it. You know, a lot of these busters, please do, Asia. I appreciate that. Diamond has a lot of violent ass men on her platform. When I say violent, I'm talking about, I think that it will go as far as getting physical too. I've already expressed to you guys how I feel about Hoover. As soon as I said this, then we seen Asia putting up that Hoover was in her inbox. And to me, that's crazy. And Diamond, you know, I understand that she's committed to certain people like Hoover. But Hoover is a problem, in my opinion. All these guys that go crazy in Diamond's live and start calling women bitches and yelling and screaming, they are the problem. And that's exactly what the girl was meaning by that, the princess girl or the queen girl. She's saying that people are coming into getting in people's inbox under the guise of protecting Diamond. Oh yeah, it be women too. And they do this. They do this. And they just blocked me out of the live because I agreed with her. All I said is agreed. Like, you can't be in people's inbox harassing them or following them around the app because they don't agree with something that happened in Diamond Space. And they want to express themselves. You can't be doing that. That's not okay. And then to twist her words, she's not saying Diamond is the problem. She's saying the supporters is the problem. Two things can be true at the same damn time. People can take it upon themselves. Yeah, Queen Stallion. Two things can be true at the same damn time. People can take it upon themselves to start going in people's inboxes, following them over the internet, attacking folks, all while Diamond doesn't approve of it. And so to try to say that Diamond, she's coming at Diamond by saying that, it's just untrue. And I hate that it's so many yes people over there trying to keep their spot in the box that they don't just straight up say this is not what she meant. She is literally saying that there are people that is obsessed with Diamond. They ain't got shit to do with loyalty. Let's be clear. Being loyal is not the same thing as obsessive and possessive. And there are people who, if you say anything about Diamond, they go off. And you see it every day in her box. Boss Man is an example of that. That's not loyalty. That's obsessive. And so you can't say you want to hear the perspective of others. What's up, Junebox? And then when people give their perspective, then y'all dogpile on her. And it's like you can't not agree with her. Because then it's always that you're a hater. No, not everybody's a hater. A lot of people think for themselves. And I wish we do away with that ideology that just because somebody doesn't agree with you, automatically they hating on you. That's a child mindset. It's silly. Yes, I don't always agree with everything. I go into Diamond's, I go on her lives. Sometimes they're too chaotic for me, and I leave. That's how I do it. I don't always agree with everything that's happening. But you cannot say that everybody that disagrees with her or how she runs her space is now clout chasing or jealous or angry or whatever the fuck y'all want to create to act like somebody else can't have an opinion if it's not the same as hers. That's childish. And then y'all turn into people hating on her. That's not true. Everybody doesn't want to be Diamond. We just have a difference of an opinion, having nothing to do with hating on her. But I just don't understand why she cussed Bella out. I just think it's all fake. It's like, oh, I'm coming up in the box to give my take because you said, Diamond says she wants to hear from people. So then when people give their opinion, then it's because it's not what they want to hear. Then it's clout chasing. Or then it's hating on her. So do you want to hear people's take or not? I'm totally confused. I'm confused. I'm confused. You hosting a live. You said you wanted people's take. They give you their take. And then you're getting upset. Then you got your bullies, Hoover, BET, and Boss Man, over talking everybody, screaming and yelling, being disrespectful, all because somebody doesn't agree with you. Help us help make sense of that. People don't have to agree with you. Exactly. That's what I said to her. It's this so-called loyalty that is creating the problems for her under the guise of protecting her. Because I want to know what made Hoover go in Asia's box. I really want to know that. Thank you, Ray Bay. I want to know, why was that okay? I like this new you, Ray Bay. Maybe it was always in you, but I be seeing you speaking that a lot more now. I want to know why Hoover felt it was okay to get in Asia's box. Nobody's going to talk about that though. That's going to be a 15-second thing, and then it's going to be moved on from. But I done said that Hoover is violent. I've been saying that. I always thought you was very quiet, Ray Bay. I just seen you in lives, but you don't really. I wasn't seeing you as boisterous as you've been lately, which I appreciate. I like that you are really speaking on things now. But why was he in that girl's inbox at all? And as much as Diamond is upset that people are talking about her gala, it is her folks that keep on mentioning the gala. It was Hoover's big ass mouth that mentioned the gala. But they're going to hop, skip, and jump over that one. It was literally Hoover. I was in that live when he said, I'll see you at the gala. Why are you trying to bring fights to the gala? Mark my words. There's some violent history there. Mark my words. Nobody can tell me that man doesn't have some type of violent history. Because what I see, he's violent quite often. How many fights are planned to be at this gala? Like, is a party or a boxing match, right? I want to know too, because it seems like people are just going there just to fight. And he's the one causing the chaos. Yes, words do have meaning. And I done called these gangs out before. People finally starting to see what we've been saying all the time. They really do think that's a mafia over there. Hey, Joker. I'm talking about Black Diamond, Joker, because I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of people acting. I'm sick of people acting like some people can't be spoken about. I'm going to speak on whatever the fuck I want to speak on. You're not untouchable. You're not exempt from people having an opinion. Get used to you on social media. When they be dragging me, talking about me, I got to get used to it. I was in that room, and all the young lady was saying was, there are people who jumping in folks' inbox for under the guise of protecting Diamond. What type of protection does she need? Yes, and we reap what we sow. We reap what we sow. And sometimes your ego has to be addressed. Nobody can say anything to Diamond. And if you say something to Diamond, then you're a hater. Get the fuck out of here. How about people just have their own take on things? They have an opinion and they give it, having nothing to do with hating on her. And why is that the go-to? That woman was up there saying what she had to say, and they kept on trying to overtalk her. I love that she stood 10 toes down. And then people's like, oh, by her saying that, she's saying it's Diamond's problem. No, she's saying that the supporters who think that this is a real mafia, which I think they think it's a real mafia, it's a gang. Those supporters, by default, by behaving the way they do, puts Diamond in an uncomfortable situation. No, this was a different girl. This wasn't Alex. This was somebody with the name Queen in it. I was there earlier with the Alex situation, but I took a nap after that because I'm not feeling well. But I'm just saying, why is it always got to be somebody jealous of somebody or they doing it for a clout? How about if you say that you want to host a live and you want to hear opinions of others, you want to get people's take on things, that you be ready for people's take on things? Or don't host a live saying you want to hear from others. Look at this shit. I heard a mafia member say she was ready to fight. Shaking my head, Diamond is supported by thugs. Yeah, but this is the thing. She is hosting this live right now, saying she wants to hear from people. And the minute that it's not what she wants to hear, she's upset. You can't have it both ways. You want to hear people's take of what they've experienced in your space, then hear people's take of what they experience in your space and move forward. But you got the Hoovers, the BETs, the Boss Man. Boss Man spends 99% of his time screaming and yelling in Diamond's live. I hear that. I just want to know what the goal is for this live. Because I was booted out. I was blocked because I agreed with Queen. I just said agreed, and then I was booted out. Which I'll hit Diamond up. I don't think she did it. But I'm just saying, it is those people that are booting folks out because they have a different take or agreeing with someone that makes the situation makes it worse. Because you simply just can't disagree, excuse me. BET is aggravates the hell out of me. Yeah, he's always yelling and screaming. Every chance he gets, he yells and screams, overtalks people, and it's all because he's protecting Diamond. Nobody needs you to be protecting Diamond to that extent. Shut the hell up. It's very annoying. Apparently, you can't agree to disagree. You only can have her perspective, or you clout chasing, or you jealous. You clout chasing or you jealous. And that's not true. How about people just have a different take from you, and that shouldn't turn into them being bullied on your platform? Thank God that girl could handle herself. She was eating their asses all up one by one. Pa-pow, 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 pa-pow. I love that for her. But y'all gotta stop thinking that people shouldn't have an opinion about Diamond and her platform. And the only way they could have a critique is because they're jealous of her. That's not true. That's not true. People have a different take. People have a different expectation. Some of these lives are violent. This is facts. Some of these men are actually violent. Exactly. Some of these men in her space are violent. But you can't call them out for that. I'm calling them out. They go to spaces and places and cuss people out, yelling and screaming, attacking people on the regular basis. And then when you speak up about it, you are a hater. No, people are tired of being disparaged, denigrated in your space, and attacked by the boatload. 9 people on top of one person attacking and over talking you, screaming and yelling. And she has to own some of that. To whom much is given, much is expected. And how you run your space will impact how people receive you. And so you don't host a live saying you want to hear from everybody, and then when people give their take, then they're haters because they don't agree with you. What? Then why did you host a live asking people's take? That's what you said. You wanted to hear from people. People are literally coming up telling you what they think. And when you do that, you get attacked by her goons. What's a goon to a goblin? Nothing. Nobody's scared of you, Hoover. Nobody's scared of you, Boss Man. BET, you stay wanting to activate. That lets me know you don't have a great deal of emotional intelligence. Because soon as somebody disagree with her, it's like, oh, get activated. Why? Why are we getting activated? What the hell does that even mean? Are you going to start now cursing and dragging people and calling them out bitches and all out their names? Because that's what y'all love to do. Now it's time to get activated. Why? You can't come up there and speak with a molecule of sensibility, because as soon as you go up there speaking with some sensibility, all they do is talk over you. So you got to come up there like a beast and ready to fight. And it's sickening at this point. And I can have a perspective of what I'm witnessing without hating on Diamond. I don't have any hate in my heart for Diamond. I don't talk about her privately in a negative way, and I typically don't get up here talking about her negatively on the app. But I don't agree. I don't agree with how things are handled. They denigrate people. They yell and scream. They talk to people like they're trash over there. Every morning. Every morning. The minute you go in there, that's why I don't go in the box anymore. Because it's just unhealthy to me. And I'll sit in the comment section and I'll laugh and whatever. But I'm not going to get in that box and have 9 people yelling and screaming and denigrate me because I don't agree with a point. And I notice they don't want you to have a difference of opinion. So they start yelling and screaming over you anyway. Soon as you have a difference of an opinion, they start yelling and screaming. Then it's, oh, you're jealous of Diamond. No, how about I just have a different take? Oh, you're clout chasing. Shut the fuck up with the clout chasing stuff. That's so annoying. It's a deflection tool. Y'all want to deflect from the real issues. The issue is you got a whole bunch of men on your panel who are abusive towards women and nothing's being said to them. One of the men on your panel got so bold that he went into a woman's freaking DM to address her. That same man that I say is violent, that same man, Hoover, then inserts the gala and says, meet him at the gala. Come on. Then you saying that people hating on the gala. No, it's your people that keep on inserting the gala. Anytime somebody disagrees with them, there's a threat associated with it. And talking about meet him at the gala. That's what Hoover did the other day. I was in that live. People are responding to your supporters. And unfortunately, because as people who support you, you get the backlash of it. And I love to hear people say you can't control all these people. You're 100% right. But there are specific people that you have in your box every single day that is part of your show that you need to have some control over. Anybody that's in Diamond's box every single day for 9 and 10 hours or however long she's there, you need to be able to address them. And they should not be outside doing what they do up in these TikTok streets. And who was one of those people? If you in her box every single day, speaking your opinions, sitting up there as long as she's live, then you are responsible for what you put out into the universe in these TikTok streets about her. And so if you attacking women, and going into their inbox, you a wild boy for doing that. But that was a 10-second conversation. What's the consequences for Hoover's behavior? That's your right-hand man. What's the consequences for his behavior? If you're going to say that now you setting guidelines and you doing all this and doing all of that, what is the consequences for Hoover's behavior? Because he brought the gala and he inserted gala talking about he wants to fight people. We talked on the back end. Ain't no talking on the back end when you out here attacking people on the front end. There is no such thing as talking on the back end when you in Asia's box. Get with her like a tyrant. I'm telling y'all, mark my words. Mark my words. It's all fake. That's why I don't take it. It's like, mark my words. All this bullshit, all these fake people up here talking about, oh, you jealous of them. Nobody's jealous. People are just tired. That's it. People are tired of being attacked, being denigrated, being yelled at, being overtalked in your space. That's what it is. What's up, Drop? And the minute that you say anything about it, then it's, oh, you're jealous. No, people are calling it out now. And listen, at one point, nobody would really say much, right? Now people are calling this shit out. People are calling it out. And that's the problem. At one point, smaller content creators wasn't going up against somebody like Diamond. But now people are calling it out. People are tired of that shit. People are tired of Stephanie. I know I'm personally tired of Stephanie. I'm personally tired of Petty Rowe. She's antagonistic. But you can't call these people out because you're going to get the pushers, the mafia, and now the nosy bystanders. Fuck them people. That's how I feel about it. I'm going to say what I want to say. You're not going to silence my voice. I'm going to speak on what I see going on in this app. You got abusive ass men circling you, abusing women, talking to women like trash, and you don't call them out for it. And that needs to be mentioned. But then everybody's all stuck on Slim. Oh my God, Slim did this. Hoover's no different than Slim. Tell me how Hoover and Slim is different people. Tell me. I'll wait. He's not. This is Aquarius season. And we're in the year of 8, which is conclusions and finishing up. Y'all talking about, oh, it's for cloud, it's for this. No, people are addressing the issues that they see, and you don't like it. And so you're getting upset. But that comes with the territory. You got violent ass men up on your panel who spend their whole day cussing out people and antagonizing women. That shit. You got these violent ass men sitting on your panel attacking women on a daily basis. And then when people say something to you, it's like, oh, you're just jealous of Diamond. You're just up here for clout. Oh, you're just doing this for likes, clicks, and views. Oh, please. How about people just want to be able to express themselves, be heard? And perhaps if your following wasn't so antagonistic and mob-like, then it wouldn't escalate. And I remember I told y'all this last time. I said, when you silence people's voices, when nobody can say what they want to say and express themselves, what you get is a coalition of people who are operating in the dark. So it's better for you to host a panel where people can say what they got to say instead of plotting your destruction in silence, in private. And people are not listening to that. And they still doing it. They're not listening. And it seems like at some point, let's be clear. At some point, you got to start looking inward. But why are all these people plotting against you? If you've never had any type of, like, what is going on? Why are people leaving your space feeling burnt out or used or mistreated or abused? I can tell you from my experience of going in her space sometimes, it just feels like it's not a space to have real-time conversation. It's a space where you go there and people just get their rocks off by arguing and cussing people out. I think a lot of people go in her space that are in bad situations, get up in that box, and they go off on every person they can find. That's what I witnessed. That's the space where you can call women out their name, call them bitches, whores, sluts, overtalk them, and nothing will happen. There is no consequence. There is no correction of behavior. People who go in that space, some of them at least, go in there to be the worst human beings they could possibly be. And nobody's going to correct it. I don't really know what happened between her and Kiana. And Drop Queen, I don't know what happened between you and her either. I seen you in there yesterday and everybody was dog piling on you. And I didn't like that. And now you guys understand why when I go into spaces, I control who is going to be in that box with me. Because it's senseless. You are not going to be heard. Most of these people do not have emotional intelligence. They're up there. They're angry about their own life. And they want to take it out on you. Tap the screen. Gift the live, please. I got a live goal. They want to take it out on you. And then once they have said all the most horrible things to you, denigrated you as much as possible, then they feel good. Have you ever noticed that most of these people that hang out with each other, the first thing to ever do was first argue, denigrate each other, talk bad about one another, and then they're part of the gang. It's like like when gangs, you got to get jumped in. That's how I feel in certain spaces. Y'all first have to have all this beef. Y'all have to talk horrible about each other, denigrate each other, call each other all out each other's names, and then y'all come back together and everybody's cool again. That's straight up dysfunction. And I'm not allowing nobody to do that to me. Yes, it's like an initiation, and then they get mad because I don't allow that. I seen how I seen yesterday with Drop Queen, and I was kind of disappointed. I don't know what's going on in the back end, but apparently they never really spoke on the back end, and neither one of them wanted to be friends. So, I mean, what can you do? They both were saying the same thing, that Drop wasn't trying to be her friend, and she wasn't trying to be Drop's friend, and I really don't know what the hell happened.
Hello.
Hey,
I'm
Drop, how
sorry.
you
I'm
feeling
actually
today?
making a cake. I'm good. How are you? Let me turn my TV down. I be having the TV loud, so while I be
That's our
making
old
cakes, I need
ears,
some.
and
I
I
be
be talking
needing.
loud.
That's okay. I be needing something going on while I'm making these cakes. Get my attention, off of what I'm doing because it's so stressful. But so what happened with me and Diamond is, Bella was having a live talking about the Cash App situation and people exposing Cash Apps or something like that. And so it was about it was in court. It was in accountability court. And
Mm-hmm.
so I was in a panel and I was agreeing with what they were saying because I felt like if somebody send you a Cash App, that should be personal. If I was doing it and my husband wouldn't even see it, my kids wouldn't even see it because it should be kept between you and that person was my
Right.
phrase, if you're going to do it. Now on Laura's live, he tell you who sent the cash out, but you know that up front. So when you send the cash out, you know what to expect. But if you're gonna keep the cash outs private, they should stay that way. So that's what the conversation was about in accountability's court. And so somebody had brought up Diamond because she had went on vacation, and so Nosy and Petty Rowe had her phone because she told them to watch the live. Now I was in the box that day, and so when she told them to have her phone, I didn't think they were going to read the cash apps because I'm not for that because I don't really mess with Nosy and Petty Rowe.
Me
But still,
either.
to me, right? But still, to me, it should be kept private. It's not even for their eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't trust. I trusted Diamond. I didn't trust them to keep it private, and that was just my personal perspective. So I stopped sending cash apps when I saw that. So they brought that up in accountability court as an example. So Diamond got pissed off. They brought that as an example, talking about they was making a point to try to do something towards her. In my mind, I don't think it was vicious. To me, my opinion. But as we can see, whenever you express your opinion, they're going to tear you down for it. So that's how I fell out with the panel, and they started dogpiling me that day because they felt like I should have got out of the panel. I should have defended Diamond. Why should I defend Diamond for something I agree with?
Exactly.
Why do everybody else always have to be loyal to Diamond when Diamond ain't loyal to them? That's what's getting on my nerves. So that's what's pissing me off. I'm a 50-year-old woman. Why I gotta be muffled in my opinion? I could still I have friends, I have family, but that don't keep me from telling you how I feel about a situation. That's not gonna keep me from telling you the truth because I'm gonna tell you the truth out of love. It has no malicious intent. This is just how I feel. And if you're a true friend or you respect your supporters, you're going to be open to listen to how they feel. You listen to all the other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm up there, they just like, you defending Bella, you defending Bella. No, I'm defending the conversation because I believe the conversation needed to be had so everybody know what to truly expect from the cash apps. What is wrong with that? So that's where it blew up from. It blew up from there. You know what I'm saying? So even with people started bringing up, well, she had exposed the amount of money a long time ago, months ago, amount of money I was spending when I was dropping people. It was like over $6,000,
Yeah, I
And so
remember that.
then I started having to defend that because people say, yeah, your stupid ass was paying $5,000. I say, no, bitch was almost $7,000. So then I had to start defending that. And in me defending that, they trying to say, oh, well, I wouldn't want a friend like you. You giving to a person and then gotta tell what you gave. Well, bitch, why I gotta be a motherfucking secret? She put it out there. So why I gotta be a secret now? She showed her cash app of how much I was giving. So why, when I need to defend myself using that same thing, why is it a problem? You know what I'm saying? Then people started saying, well, you just wanted to bring Diamond friend. You wanted to sit on her lap. You wanted to do this. You wanted to do that. And Ray, I never came here with the intentions on being anybody's friend. I came to get in the box. I like to talk. I like to talk about our relationships. I like to build our community, our family. That's what I'm about. Somebody told me the other day, you was on Bella's Live and you was so calm and you was enjoying, you was having fun. And that's what I was doing. I ain't had to curse nobody out. I ain't had to do all that. Now, I will do it if you do it to me. I'm going to defend myself. I don't care what they say. I'm going to defend myself. Because you see how I got attacked? What you saw yesterday was nothing. When I first got on a panel, Diamond will put us on, when you rotate, and it's the timer, I forgot what you call it, Showtime. She would put us on Showtime and let them people chew my ass out. But I was standing 10 toes down. It wasn't running me nowhere. But she would literally put us on Showtime and allow us. It'll be the whole box against me. It'll be 7 other people against me. And you heard her in 4K yesterday say, "Oh, it's 9 people waiting in the box to come address Drop Queen." So what does that tell you? That tells you what her thought was for me. But she trying to make it seem like I had a problem with her. I still don't have a problem with her. I still don't regret nothing I did. I gave to her. I'm not that type of person. The way I get money is the same way I give it, from one hand to the other. That's why I believe God blessed me to bless other people. That's how I live my life. That's why I stay blessed. People don't know how hard I work and how hard I struggle because all they see is me giving, so they always think I have.
Right.
So for them to spin that narrative of that I wanted to hurt her, I wanted to do something against her. How in the fuck I give you that kind of money and want to do something against her? Then I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end. She gonna tell me the issue she had with me is I had a big ego. What the fuck? So what you think about my ego? You a stranger to me. But you got the biggest ego on TikTok. You're not clocking that. So the problem was my ego. You didn't want nobody on your panel who matched your ego. That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, I heard her say that it was your ego.
Yes. How you not like? I ain't never been jealous of nobody, Ray. Cause anybody like Kiana, I like Kiana because she know how to make money. When I listen to people who know how to build themselves up and make money in this life, I'll get under them because I want to do what they did. I've never been jealous of a person in my life because I know whatever they have, I can have too, and that's what I strive to have. Whatever I have, people. She motivated me. I've been saying I wanted to get my realtor's license. She motivated me to do it. I haven't done it yet, but that's the next thing I'm gonna do. When I have a week where I'm not doing cakes, I'm registering for school to get my realtor's license because I hear how she say she make all that money. But these people around here, they don't think like that. All they thinking about is arguing, fussing, fighting, bickering, and all this other stuff. You can go up to that panel and try to give these people information. They tell you you a liar. You don't know what you're talking about. There's a whole bunch of people who ain't never did nothing in their life telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. But I went for having a GED to a six-figure job. I should know how to help somebody. I raised 6 kids successfully, damn near by. I'm sorry, I don't think you curse on your thing. Almost by myself, but you gonna tell me I don't have nothing to say? But you talking to people who don't have kids about raising kids. But I successfully raised 6. My oldest is 33. My youngest is 17 at the top of her class. I say marry before you carry. Glock said, "Ooh, that's why I don't get into the box with her because she want to tell these girls to marry before they carry." My husband was blowing my back out in 3 days. Now, who want to tell a young girl to do something like that? We have enough of that in our community.
It's just their take is not my take, and that's why I tend to not go in a lot of boxes. Yeah. Because I don't do the pile up. I'm not going to be arguing with 32 people at one time. And you definitely not going to be cursing me out and calling me all types of names. And then one thing I've understood about a lot of these folks, there is they don't connect the dots. You can literally say something in 5 different ways, say the same thing, and they still will conclude that you're saying something different. And so once you recognize that about people, you're like, I'm not, that's a waste of my time. Their purpose, willful ignorance, is a real thing, and I think a lot of people operate like that.
I don't think it's willful. I actually think they just ignorant, honestly.
You might be right about that.
I'm serious. I really think that. I really think that. Cousin, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Cousin Jeffy. Jeffy, am I saying that right? Cousin Jeffy. Jeffy. All right, this person, I don't know. They just probably trying to what you call on my live. What's up, Blaze?
What's up, right? Like, you notice a lot of stuff that we said last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like a lot of this stuff started going down when me and Sobe was speaking on them cash apps, and it's funny that Ms. Drop brought that up. That's why I came up, because when we brought about them cash apps and how they can be how it can turn into a bad thing, which it definitely did and still is, but I told y'all about Diamond last year, and I don't have a personal problem with Diamond. It's the people that she surrounds herself with, and and you was right about that too. A lot of them are slim, if not worse.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that thing that I reposted where Hoover had got into a blogger's DM and told her she better not do something or he gonna take her down or something like that? He literally got into this woman's DM. What kind of man do that over some TikTok shit? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was mentioning that it was Asia's DM, right?
I believe so. Yeah, sure was.
Any man that does something like that, believe him.
Exactly. But Diamond protects him instead of check him. That's just like she went check. She said she got a lot of text messages about. She got a lot of text messages about Hoover was in the box. Come get Hoover, whatever. But when you got up there, you didn't come get Hoover. Instead, you checked. You checked Kiana. Mm-hmm. That's not some business. She a grown woman. And Hoover not your man. So why would you check that woman instead of saying, Hoover, get out of
Come
people's
on.
business? If that's not your man, you ain't had no business checking her. If she wanted to get her husband, that's what she's supposed to do. She a woman, he a man. If she wanted her husband to handle her, she did right. That's what she's supposed to do.
I just think it's very interesting that Diamond shows up in boxes for Hoover when she said that she doesn't want nobody going out there fighting her battles because she's not going to go out there and fight anybody else's battles. But when it comes to Hoover, she definitely does come up in people's spaces to speak up on his behalf. And I don't understand why that is. That man is violent. And I've been saying this for a very, very long time. And I'm going to say it again. He is a violent person. What kind of man? I want y'all to take this in. This is a blogger's blog. What would make you, as a grown ass man, go into a woman's inbox to threaten her?
It's sad.
Only men that feel inferior to women.
But what would make him do that? Something
That's
in him
exactly who he
believes that
is.
he needs to dominate women. And you can tell by the way he speaks. And that's why I treated him like I treated him in my box. I wanted him silent because I do not care for him. And I was not going to give him an opportunity to curse me out, because as soon as you let him talk too much, he tries to take over. And people didn't understand why I was doing it. But people who know, you cannot let a man like that come in there and try to control your space. And that's why I had him on mute every second of every day, because I believe he's a violent person. And I don't care what anybody says.
You can tell he likes to dominate women. He don't like not being in control.
There's a reason he's single. He brag about all his money and how good he looking, how tall he is. He wouldn't still be
All
single.
that shit is a lie.
Not as a man. He wouldn't be like
Any
that.
man that has any of that wouldn't brag about it at all.
Yeah.
All of that's a lie. Fabricated.
It's not because he's like y'all. I want y'all to see this. It's because he's protected. And that's why when Blaze got up in my box and he said that Hoover sent that message to Nosy, everybody, she immediately came in my box talking about, where's the receipts? Why are you worried about the receipts? Diamond, why are you so concerned about the receipts? It has nothing to do with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with you, but you feel a need to come into somebody's space and start asking for receipts. We're talking about Hoover. Hoover can stand up for himself.
Right.
But
I ain't
he's
gonna
out
lie,
here
that was two men. That was between two men. There was no reason for her to even insert herself.
And that's what I'm talking about. Why did you come in here and do that?
She say she don't want people calling her. Well, why get on TikTok crying? Because you want people calling you.
No, I'm talking about Black Diamond. I'm not talking about Dom. I'm talking about Black Diamond. She came into my box when me and Blaze was hosting when I was hosting a live, and Blaze said that the person who sent that threatening message was Hoover. That's what Blaze said. Then all of a sudden, here come Diamond talking about, Blaze, where's the receipts? But Diamond, why are you worried about receipts? It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. That's between Blaze and Hoover.
But you see,
But you inserted yourself. Now, if it would have went left, then it would have been like, oh, people just hating on Diamond and people are jealous. No, you inserted yourself in something that had absolutely nothing to do with you. And people need to be able to say that. I'm going to say it had nothing to do with you. Why did you come over here? And to this day, we still ain't seen no damn police report.
that's exactly what happened with Kiana. Diamond inserted herself in Hoover's mess. Hoover created that. So that's why all of this is transpiring right now, which it needed to anyway, because how she treated me when yesterday, when it should have, if she really wanted to have a resolve with me, it would have just been me and her in the box. It wasn't me and her in the box because she didn't really want to resolve with me. She wanted those people to do what she wouldn't do, and that's attack me. She wanted those people to do exactly what they did, dogpile me like they always do. That's what she wanted, and that's what she got.
I don't know, Diamond. It's not, you are not untouchable. People are allowed to have their take on things. And the same way people have their take on me, people are allowed to have their take on you. And I thought that was very suspicious that you decided to come into my box, didn't even speak. That's what Petty Row did to me before, too. That's that ego shit. You don't come in somebody else's space and don't speak to them. Because you are Petty Row or you are Diamond. No, be respectful. That's all ego playing out.
That's why it was strange when she said, my problem is my ego.
Yeah, I heard that. I was recording.
That was crazy.
I just was sick yesterday.
Okay, I hope you feel better. I hear you sniffling.
Yeah, I'm just over it. I'm over this mindset that certain people can't be talked about.
Yeah.
And if you insert yourself in something, expect to be talked about. I
Like
thought
you
that was
said,
strange.
it's a game. They got game mentality.
Exactly. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's that girl Queen Stallion. I got booted. I got blocked from Diamond's Live because I agreed with Queen Stallion.
Of
I
course.
agreed with her.
Mm-hmm.
And so because nobody's ever been in her inbox, we know that Hoover has been in Asia's inbox,
Mm-hmm.
threatening people.
But they're not gonna call that out though.
They was mad I agreed with you and they blocked me. And I told Diamond, like, all I did is agree. I agree with her that people are doing things under the guise of protecting Diamond, and that's not okay. Yeah, they were saying you had an agenda, that you was jealous. How about she just giving her take? That's what you said you was hosting a live for, so people can give their take. And so that's what she did.
Jealous of what? They tell me I'm jealous. What am I jealous of? What on earth can I be jealous of? I like somebody to tell me what I can be jealous of. I just like to have my opinion. And I don't like to be silenced because I disagree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I think Queen, you handled yourself. That you handled yourself, and I think that they didn't like that, so they try to spin the narrative. Oh, you're just jealous. Oh, you just came up for get some relevance, and it's like, let's just be clear. When you host lives, that's exactly what you're hosting lives, to get people's take, to give your take, and for you to gain followers, supporters, whatever you want to call it, and build your platform. And without people interjecting and sitting in your lives and talking with you and stuff like that is very challenging, especially the type of show that Diamond hosts, um, for you to be successful, because her entire show is built on her guest.
She said I told her that. I said, Diamond, without the guest, you don't have a lie. She told me I was a lie. That's what she
Her
told me.
show is
She said
about,
she
it's
don't need no
surrounded by
guests.
guests.
She said she don't need no guests. That's what she said. It's about her, but it's me with the big ego. She said she don't need no guests in her panel, and she gonna keep 1,000 people in there. Now, how that work, I don't know.
She has to admit, it's like the Ricky Lake show. You're not going to go there to sit and listen to Ricky Lake talk. It's the guests that make the show, and that should be fine though. That's her niche. I don't get it. I don't know why that's a bad thing.
Exactly.
She's capitalized off of having her guest in there, and that's okay. That's nothing wrong with that. I don't see the problem with that. Some of her guests, to me, are violent. You can't speak up. You can't have an opinion without them to go and attack you. And I mean, it gets really crazy. Whatever. I'm going to say what I got to say. That's why I don't sit in nobody's panel every day. Because one thing Ray's going to do is say what she got to say. And I didn't build my platform off of nobody else's platform. So, Y'all can can that. But I always want. I mean, let me ask y'all this question: why is it that out of nowhere, everyone that has ever been on her platform or supporting her platform, it always turns sour at the end? I don't know why that is. I mean, Drop, you used to be there all the time. You said you gave her $7,000. Why did it turn sour? Bella, why did it turn sour? I be trying to figure it out. Like, what is happening with her and her, especially women? It's not the men most of the time. I mean, although some men did leave her platform too. I remember that. I don't know. I don't frequent her platform. I go in there sometimes and I sit and I listen if it's something I'm interested in. But I don't typically go in on her, on her panel because it's just too much going on. I be overstimulated.
I'll tell you why. Because there is, I believe, a thing. Like she'll tell you, if you get close to her, they're gonna hate you. And I think it's the people that's on the platform wanting to have a spot, so they come at each other so hard and finding something to tear the other person down. To make their spot. They don't think that we all can be up there and we all can be a part of the show and we all can shine. Because if you look at it, people always say that she built other platforms for other people, but that's not what happened. Those people got kicked out and then they created their own platform. Nobody just left and say, okay, Diamond, thank you for what you've done for me. Now I'm going on my way. That's not how it happened. They got messed over. Then they went on their way and built their platform. So that everybody coming to me like, why you ain't going out? Going off on me? You need to have your. I didn't come here for that. I like to get in the boxes and I like to talk. I don't need to have my own live. I'm okay with not having my own live. But yeah, people don't leave until they're pushed away, I think.
And so my question is this: why put that out in the universe that as soon as you try to get close to her, people are not going to like you? That is the culture then. That's what you pushing out into the universe when you say that out loud. It creates this mindset that everybody's fighting for Diamond. And I want people to think like there is a huge difference between being loyal to someone and being obsessive over someone. Loyalty is not the same as being obsessive. And I think people mistake loyalty, the obsession, for loyalty. Yes. And I hate those type of people. Like, soon as you get in the box, oh gosh, she's coming here for clout. Oh, don't be coming up here stirring trouble. I just leave spaces like that because at the end of the day, I host my own space. And I do what I want. And I don't have to have nobody controlling what I can say or what I can't say. And that should be okay. But everybody's not going to agree with you, Diamond. Everybody has an opinion. And it's not the same as yours. And that shouldn't be attacked. That shouldn't turn into 5 and 6 people attacking because they have a difference in opinion on how you run your show. I personally do not like, what's up, Smoke? I personally do not like the fact that BET, Hoover, and Bossman goes ape shit on anybody and everybody. I don't like that. But you can't call it out. It's like, oh, you're jealous. No, I'm not jealous. I don't like that these men are allowed to attack women on a daily basis under the guise of protecting you. That is not okay. Boss man spends 90% of his time yelling and screaming and talking over people, saying he's protecting Diamond space.
The majority of them are black women.
Huh?
The majority of the women that get attacked over there are black women.
Mm-hmm. And what happened to the white woman? What was the story about the white women? Who were they talking about? Cows?
I didn't watch, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
It was a white woman who got up there today. I'm trying to remember because I wasn't really in there today. I didn't even go in. I just was hearing the recaps from Manny Live. White, they was talking about black and white relationships or something. And a black woman was talking about her experience with black men. And she said she had like a better experience with white men than black men, but she would sleep with black men. So the white woman got up there and told her that she was scum or something to that effect because the way she was talking about black men. And so some people felt like that wasn't your place to say. Even if you were right, you don't come in a black space and degrade a black woman. So it kind of went from there.
And so that was the whole, because they made a big deal out of that, and I couldn't
Yeah,
understand what the heck was going
blew,
on.
it blew up from that because there are some people there who don't like white people and don't want them in her space. When she said all the time that she won't to have a space where everybody is welcome. And I just so happened to say yesterday when a white lady came addressed me and nobody said nothing. So it's always picking and choosing. The white woman came address me. I said, I always protected the white people in her space because that's what she said. She wants them to be welcomed in her space. So when they can't come up and everybody start attacking them, I'll tell everybody, well, you're wrong because Diamond say, she welcomes this for everybody. Chastity came and me start talking about you don't run nothing, you don't da 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 da. So she started dragging me because I said that, which is it was the truth. Anybody who's honest will say that yes, Drop Queen always tried to make sure that the white people had was welcome because that's what Diamond wanted. But one last thing I want to say is I got caught up in what happens with regards to this. You get caught up with feeling like you have to protect Diamond or something. It's like witchcraft or something. I don't know. Because I fell out with people over Diamond, so I guess,
Y'all.
I fell out with Bella over Diamond. I fell out with Nitra, I think. It's just something. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something. It's something weird. I don't know. And then I woke up and people just have to wake up to what's going on. That's not your place to protect a woman that you don't really know. You're going to lose your life, your freedom, your whatever, your respect, I'm losing respect out there trying to protect somebody who wouldn't even show loyalty in protecting me or at least I never want her to protect me, but I wanted her to at least stand on the truth. She had people out here thinking I really just was after her trying to be her friend, and I never really had a conversation with her on the back end.
Well, why is it a bad thing if you was trying to be her friend? I don't get that
Exactly.
point
It
either.
shouldn't be a bad thing. It shouldn't be a bad thing. But they tried to make it a bad thing because they tried to make it like, I don't know. And that's what I told her yesterday. I said, Diamond, it's very sad that you can't even say that you wanted to be somebody's friend. You can't even say it has to be a secret that she talked to me one time about Big O or something. She sent me her number and she was like, well, that don't mean I wanted to be your friend. It don't mean you had access to me. If you send me your number, I have access to you. If you send me your number, that means I can call you, whenever I want to call you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she's like, well, no, that mean I could have changed my number. Who gonna do all that? You could have just called me on Instagram or told me to call you on Instagram. I know you on Instagram. You could have just messaged me whatever you want to message me in my DM, but instead you told me to call you. So why do you have to hide that from people? That's weird to me. That you can't be free to socialize with whomever you want to, because maybe Glock don't like me and she's a big gifter. So you can't let people know that you really, think I'm a cool person because it'll offend one of your imps. You know what I'm saying? So it was weird to me. I don't know. I don't know why it's not okay for her to say, I like her. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I
That
don't
she
know
can't
what
be okay to do it.
I don't know why I don't know why you shouldn't. I don't know why people try to make you feel bad for trying to build a relationship with someone. That's
Exactly.
weird.
It is. It is.
I was in that live when you guys were talking about it, and I just think it's weird because it's like, oh, I wasn't trying to be your friend. Well, I wasn't trying to be your friend, and it's just like, well, so what if you was? Like, why is that
Yeah.
a bad thing? Why are we
Right.
minimizing friendships up here? Why is it a bad thing that you guys you maybe you did like Diamond, maybe you did.
I did like Diamond. I did like
Oh,
Diamond, but I never wanted to be her friend because I saw what happened to the friendships. The friendships don't last. And I don't make friends easily anyway. You know what I'm saying? I already have social anxiety. So I wasn't really coming to TikTok to make friends. But if we became friends, why would there be a problem with anybody? Because it's a power struggle for who owns Diamond on that panel. That's what it like it is.
mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen. It's like elementary. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. I'm like, what the? That's what it is. It's something like that. She not your best friend. She my best friend. Fighting over a woman. It's crazy. A woman that you don't even know. That's the epitome of parasocial relationships. You don't even know this woman.
And wanting to go to hell and back for her
Yes.
too.
Yes. You can't she says what she say, she's human and she make mistakes, but you can't think that if you're never willing to apologize and be accountable for the mistakes that you've made. You can't on one side say I'm human and I make mistakes but then don't want to apologize. You want to blame me and I've never done her anything. That woman can't tell you nothing I've done her, but supported how I wanted to support, not how they thought I should support, but how I wanted to support. But she said, Drop Queen don't come back. I'm okay with that. Trust me. I have a real life. But
I'm
it's
sorry
sad. You
because
gotta feel
that
sorry
has
for
to
her
be
too.
hurtful on some level.
What took me out was
Sitting.
Diamond saying she wanted to fight Kiana today. I ain't never seen Diamond say nothing like
She
that.
said she
Something
wanted to
going
fight
on.
Kiana.
Yeah. She told her to pull, was that today or yesterday? Whenever she said it, she told Kiana to pull up or they can meet up. I ain't something going on.
That was over Hoover.
It was
What's
over
Yeah, when she
Hoover once
inserted herself
again.
with Hoover.
but what's so crazy is she told that to Shar too, and Shar don't bother anybody.
Like, why wouldn't the Diamond start wanting to call out people to pull up and fight? Man,
She,
it's
she told
crazy.
Shar was innocent, just explaining. She said, Shar, well, what you want to do?
Oh shit.
Literally. And Shar don't bought me and Shar have had it out, but and they feel how they feel about me or whatever. But she was wrong for telling that girl that. But she'll never admit her wrongs because she's human, but she's not a human that accepts accountability. Even me talking about this as being my experience, they'll say, "Oh, she going on a world tour." I never thought I'll be here. I promise to God, I never thought that I'll be in this place where everybody else has been. And that's one of the reasons I said that I didn't want to be Diamond Friend, because I saw how the friendships went. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's like witchcraft. I promise. It's something is not right. Something's not right.
And then that apology she gave to Alex, and I told her that's not an apology. I was in her comment section.
Yeah, that was
If you
sarcasm.
feel like it, if y'all say that I did something wrong, if y'all, that's how she was talking. I'm like, now
Yeah,
you got to
cause
know
y'all apologize.
better than that shit. You got to know at this right age that that is not an apology. Since y'all are saying that I did something wrong, if y'all feel like I did something wrong, then
Right.
I will
That's
apologize.
not accepting accountability for what you did. That's not accepting accountability for making her feel. It's if you feel it, okay, I'm gonna apologize. Don't mean that I mean it or feel it. Don't mean that I see it or accept it. But if you need this apology, I'm gonna give it to you. That's all that is.
Yeah, no, it wasn't because anytime you say if in an apology, there is no apology connected to that. In apologies, it's ownership. So the
Right.
language is I am sorry for making
Right.
you feel this way.
Right.
That was not my intentions. And you can explain what your intentions were, but you can't use the word if, y'all. if y'all feel like I should apologize, then okay, I am going to apologize. That's not an apology, and we all are old enough to know that at this point. And if you don't know that now, you know. You got to do a lot better than that. And me calling that out doesn't mean that I have a problem with Diamond.
Right. These childish ass people don't understand that. When I call my kids out for doing something bad, that don't mean I don't love my children. That don't mean I have a problem with them. If I call my sister or my best friend out, that don't mean I don't love them or have a problem with them. It's that I see where they can grow. I see a space that they need to grow in. That's all that means. But if you say something against her, that means you have a problem. That's the first thing she says. And then everybody comes with a sympathy. Oh, Diamond, they want this and they want that. They jealous.
Diamond, they all hating on you. They just want to be you.
Exactly.
They hating on your show. No, we just see some shit that she's not owning up to, and we're just calling it out. At the end of the day, I still will come in there and watch it when I'm ready to, and it's not because it's just what it is. It's like you can't, and that's what Queen meant by treating her like a god, because there is no perfect human being on the planet, and so it's either we are allowed to call you out, Tanya, either we are allowed to say what we think, or you are God and nobody can say anything. You can't have it both ways. And you can't host an entire live saying you want to hear from people, and then when you hear from people, you get upset and then you start doing the woe is me train. Like everybody's jumping on me. Oh my God, that is all a reflection on me. No, Diamond, sit in some of this, put your ego to the side so you can hear from people. If that's what you said you wanted to do anyway, that's what she said. She was hosting that live for us to hear from everybody.
You know what? She said she was hosting a live from hearing from everybody, but everybody who had a different opinion got dogpiled just like I do.
And blocked. Because
So
I was agreeing with Queen, and then I got blocked from agreeing with Queen Stallion.
Yeah,
I was agreeing with her, and then they blocked me.
It really was to look like picking on me again. Because that's what people saying. Oh, everybody's always talking about her. No, they talking about their experience with her. Two things can be true. We had a bad experience and I have a right to express it.
Yeah, I'm just saying agree. You know, all I said is agree. She had some valid points.
Right.
So I agreed. And I was blocked.
Oh, you better not keep saying that because they'll say that you're mad that you were blocked. I don't care.
Damn about being blocked. I just say if you want to have an open forum and you say people could come in and give their opinion, then you have to stand on that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like Queen was up there disrespecting Diamond. She wasn't. She was coming in and giving her perspective. She didn't disrespect Diamond 1 second, at least not from my opinion.
But then you still have Hoover and everybody else, and you can't have a one-on-one conversation. Well, you can when she wants you to, because what she could have done is not had anybody in the box, but just have one person up at a time expressing their feelings. But if
she knows she has those violent human beings. These men are violent. And so she puts them in her box and nobody could ever speak over them. They constantly overtalk women. They constantly are being violent toward women. And she has to own that that's what she allows. Just say this is how I want to run my platform. This is what I allow. And then stand on it.
She doesn't have to say that. She hide behind the guise of don't blame the host, but who runs the platform if not the host?
Yes.
If it was anybody else, they'll say get control of your platform.
You allowed it to happen in your platform. That's what they would be saying.
Right.
And back in the day when we first started doing this TikTok stuff, if something happened in your platform, you would take ownership for it because you allowed it. So you had to control your platform. Now it's anything goes. Wait. Somebody said, Blaze, you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Blaze be sitting here so quiet. Wait.
I be, you know what I be doing behind the scenes.
Uh-huh. They did it. Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Alice got threatened to be pew-pewed, and all they could focus on is them trying to take over. What? See, I wasn't in here for that.
Yeah, I wasn't in a live. I did hear somebody said a guy said something about I can't even repeat if he said that because I really don't even know if he said that. But they said that he said something about pew-pewing her at the gala or something like that. I don't know. I personally didn't hear, so I don't know exactly.
At this point, I don't know. I'm sorry, no shade against Diamond and her party, but like at this point, it's becoming a security risk. I mean, how many fights now y'all talking about pewing people? This is supposed to be a party.
Well, that's why Diamond got upset with Alex because Alex said she didn't feel safe. And so then when she said she didn't feel safe, Diamond, instead of saying, "Oh, Alex, I'm sorry he did that to you. You could feel safe or whatever," she said, "Well, if you don't feel safe, don't come." You see, that's ego. But I'm the one with the ego. She said, "If you don't feel safe, don't come." She said, "As a matter of fact, Alex, you said you wasn't coming."
I'm sorry. Like if people are paying to come to your party and they feel unsafe because they're being threatened, you going to oh my man. I don't know what y'all be on, man.
And that wasn't the right response.
No.
How about why don't you feel safe? I'm sorry you don't feel safe. Let's talk on the back end.
Well, she didn't feel safe, I think, because the guy was talking about I don't know if he said pew pew her, I don't know, but I know that they were saying that he was being very aggressive with her, threatening her. I don't know if he was threatening her or threatening a guy. I don't know. I don't know if he was threatening her. I don't know. I don't know who he was arguing with. I really don't know. Maybe the blogs got it. I don't know. All I was listening to was kind of how Shar was putting it down, and I just wasn't clear, but I didn't hear that she said Diamond had a lot of smoke for Alexandria more than she had for the guy who said that he was going to do Alexandria something. Yeah, Bryce.
Bryson. Yeah.
Right. So, but Diamond also said in all of that commotion, she also said, "Yeah, y'all been having a problem with me." So she always talk about everybody have a problem with her, but sometimes it may be her having a problem with that person. Maybe she really just don't like for her to say that I have a problem with her and I know I don't have a problem with that woman. I really think that she had a problem with me. I really, now listening to her, I really think that she didn't like me when I look back at how she used to allow people to dogpile me and drag me on Showtime. I don't think she really likes me. I don't know. I don't know. Just looking back at, hindsight is 2020. Even though I watched a little bit, like other people told me, they like, look at her facial expressions and her gestures. Look at how when they dragging you, she's always laughing. You know what I'm saying? And so I noticed that stuff. I noticed people gestures and facial expressions, but I just overlooked it.
Because it's being overlooked.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's being overlooked.
Overlooked. You're right.
Did
And so
anybody
you get
notice?
used to that
Oh,
type
I'm
of
sorry.
culture. It's like when I go in Diamond Space, they're gonna curse me out. They're gonna dog pile on me, and that's the culture of Diamond Space. It really is.
Yeah.
Hey y'all.
Hey, hey, Miss Ray.
Hey. So Drop, I was gonna say this real quick. I was in the room one time and you kept saying how did she leave? Or she might be cooking. But Drop kept saying how Diamond wasn't her friend. She was like, "She's not my friend." You said it like 3 or 4 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I could kind of tell from Diamond's face that she was slightly offended. Like she
Yeah.
looked like she was really hurt. And I remember people in the comments was like, "Oh, you hurt Diamond feelings." Do you think maybe the disconnect after that, like the disconnect happened after that, like she probably thought in her mind that you guys were working on a friendship, but when you said that in the room, I saw her face because she wears her emotions on her face, and
Yeah.
she looked like she was really upset. So, do you think after that it just became like, okay, whatever happens to her from here on out, I don't care because I thought this was my friend and it wasn't.
I don't know because I'm gonna tell you why. I felt bad when I said it. I felt bad when I said it. And I said, Diamond, this is not nothing towards you, but I wanted to keep my distance because we see what happens to anybody who get close to Diamond. She fell out with Tib. Her and Tib fell out. And Diamond will tell you, anybody who get close to me, even when she showed that cash up of how much she paid, she say, these people are going to come after you because you support me so hard. So knowing all of that, I was purposeful in not building a relationship, which I don't really have a relationship with anybody. I have people send me their phone numbers all the time, and I don't want them to feel bad that I don't want to be their friend. But the stuff I see on TikTok is crazy to me. This is not how I treat my friends. I don't do like she think I go run and tell. I don't have mad day with my friends. If me and my friends fall out, I had a friend that I've been friends with for 30 something years. We stopped talking for 15 years. She's told all kind of stuff about me. I never open my mouth about none of her secrets because that's just not me. So when I look at it, she probably was hurt, but I said it because people always try to make a point to say you just want to be a friend. You just up here want to be like it was something wrong. That's just like if people want it, just like being in the boxes and people want gifts. Well, what's wrong with people wanting gifts? I got dragged for wanting gifts. It's fun to get gifts. That was fun for me. I never experienced. I was always the one giving. So then when people started giving me gifts, I'm like, wow, man, this is fun. I might have a $25 check on a Wednesday. I wasn't getting more than that. And people drug me for that. So I felt bad saying it. So if I felt bad saying it, now looking at it, maybe she did feel bad when I said it. But I did say, Diamond, this is nothing towards you. But she knows because she says it out her mouth, when you get close to me, they're gonna drag you. Because that's what they do.
Yeah, I was just wondering because I just remember seeing her face and how I felt like she was really bothered by that. And then another thing I wanted to say is that I feel like a lot of people on here struggle from rejection, like as a child in school, in relationships. Rejection is a very strong spirit on here. Ray, you're spiritual, so I know you see it too. And I just feel like maybe with Diamond, you know how sometimes the girls that didn't get a lot of attention growing up from guys, when they get older and they start to get that attention, it really like does something to their self-esteem, and they kind. So I just feel like maybe that's something with her. Maybe she didn't get a lot of attention when she was younger from boys and from men when she was like a younger adult, and
Well,
now
she
that
said she always had a body, so I'm not sure. She says they always called her Buffety Body. I'm not sure.
But yeah, but is that good attention though?
That's
That's
true. Yeah.
that's not, and so when you have people in your life that's like, because guys would be like, oh, Dami, when they get on the panels, they don't talk about her body.
Free y'all.
Well, they do, but
It's alive.
they'll be like, oh, you're so beautiful, Dami. You're this, you're so smart. So maybe that's something that she enjoys because she didn't hear that, and so now that she has that attention from those men, it's like I don't necessarily want to piss them off because they're giving me this attention and validation that I didn't always receive. I'm not saying that's the case, but that's just kind of what I pick up. I'm saying that could be, maybe not.
I'm not sure, but I know that she's good at what she does. Will I call it manipulation? I don't know, but to have thousands of people who really attack somebody else that they don't know, you're good at what you do. And if it wasn't so much attacking and dragging people or people trying to get their space, she'll go further. She'll go further. She has the one thing I did learn from watching her is having that charisma and making people feel welcome, even if it's for a moment, is a draw. Because, like you said, so many people didn't get that welcoming feeling as children. So I think more of it comes from the people who, in the comments or whatever, desire that attention. I don't know if it's her, but she knows how to give that attention. Or they say, "Oh, I love you, Diamond." I love you, babe. They all love her so much, so she's good at that. She's good at getting people, you know, to rally for her. I mean, that's a skill. I wish I could. That's a talent. You know, so that I was more watching her that way on how she knew how to, handle the people and handle the crowd and get them all. I mean, when you have these people rotating, bullying somebody for the sake of you, and they don't even know you, man. I mean, that's a talent. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it is talent. Honestly, I don't think she's a bad person. I do feel
Right.
that she has a big heart, and I think that she genuinely likes to help people. But I also feel like that fear of rejection is the reason why she doesn't speak up, which is not a good thing because when you're the leader in your room, you need to lead.
Right. That's
You
true
need to
too.
be able to shut things down when it's not okay. But I think her fear of rejection stops that. She's
I
like,
don't
well,
think
if
it's a
I
feel
just
of
sit
rejection,
here,
personally.
if I just, yeah, well, that may
You
be
know what I
true.
think? I'm going to tell you why. I think it's a fear of losing supporters. I don't really think it's a fear of rejection.
I
You
mean,
know,
that could be
Glock had
it
been
too.
pushing. Glock had been saying for 2 days, "Get me off her panel." Now here we are, her saying that she don't for me not to come back. And Glock was one of her, her biggest supporters. So when you have that type of, it's like politicking. You know what I'm saying? It's like politicking. So man, I gotta kind of bend and go with the crowd because they all against Drop Queen, but they can't tell me why what I did Diamond. Oh, Diamond, I caught a white girl in the comments named Jess. She a op. I'm an opposition for what? From what? What have I done to make me an op?
Drop, I ain't gonna lie, girl, you be doing too much, but it's okay. It's okay,
No, I
Drop.
don't.
You do too much sometimes, Drop. I'm not gonna sit here and lie now.
No,
You
I will go
Drop
back and
Queen,
forth.
you are a wild card.
you a
You
But
you are
look,
wild
not.
card.
You
You be
are a
saying
wild
some
card.
crazy stuff, honey.
let me tell you this. I defend myself. I came up there defending. If you watch me, I'm telling y'all watch me on anybody else's panel. Just like this panel. This panel is calm and cool. I haven't disrespected anybody. I realized that I was cursing, and I don't think Ray like cursing on. So I checked that. So this how I am when I move around this app. But when somebody come for my neck, I'm coming 10 times harder.
No,
That's what's it.
I understand. But that's all I had to say, y'all. Thank you for letting me up, you guys.
You
Bye.
welcome, Ray
Bye
Bay.
bye.
My take
Thanks.
on this whole thing is this. Do I think that Diamond operates in bad faith? Absolutely not. I don't think that's her agenda. I think what happens is she gets caught up in the hype herself. You know, people want to fight for me. People want to protect me. People want to protect Black Diamond. People want to, and I think she gets caught up in that hype. And sometimes what happens, I'm going to mute you because I get distracted. Sometimes getting caught up in that hype um, doesn't allow you to see what's really going on because it's all about her. It's all about protecting Black Diamond, the brand, the show. And so I think I think she believes that hype